What is it to you that is special about the gi? What makes gi jujitsu a unique thing?
So I start as a judo fighter, so I feel more comfortable using the gi for takedowns. I get good results as a competitor without the gi too, but I really believe that the gi is very important, especially to learn BJJ. Like,
Mhm.
look that if you saw, like maybe also nowadays, if you check the ADCC champions, almost all of them they still practice with the gi and they learn with the gi. So it's like I'm a, Formula One fan. Like Brazilians love Formula One, and like
Mhm.
do no gi, it's like pilot a car in a rain. It would be
Right.
easier to you to learn how to drive a car like in a dry circuit. So
Right.
I will believe that the gi is more technical and the gi will help you to learn and understand BJJ. But also I believe that practice no gi is very important. It's
Mhm.
easier to understand the escapes and it will make the rolls faster. And
Mhm.
nowadays people are switching from position to position and in a very smooth and fast way. Like back in the days, the fight was slower. So
Mhm.
I was watching one of the Rutolo brothers fight in in these fights on one in Southern Asia like a couple of weeks ago,
Oh, in
and this
Singapore, yeah,
guy
yeah.
is switching from position to position. Yeah, this guy switching position to position in a very fast way. Like if you saw nowadays those modern kids, those all
Right.
those Mika, Rutolos, or also Roberto Jimenez, they are fighting in a different speed, and
Yeah.
Nogis helps a lot with that.
Yeah, there seems to be this silly argument that that gi training is useless and no gi is the only thing that matters because I think these people think that everyone just walks around in leggings all the time, which is not the case. Like they both have such good application. I mean, from a self-defense perspective, but also I think they're good ways of regulating your training. The nogi is it's going to be a faster exchange, slipperier. You're going to use grips and control different. Training in the gi is a good way to offset that. And it from a grip strength perspective, even though it's not specific to the lapel itself or the sleeve itself, you're building your strength and your endurance, and they complement each other no matter what you're doing. And there's a top level competitors that compete in the gi or train in the gi all the way up to when they compete, um, in the no gi tournaments.
Yeah, like I grew up with Marcelo Garcia, and Marcelo practices gi every day. I was back in the days. I was telling Marcelo that he should take the gi out for prepare for his ADCC tournaments, but he was like a gi fighter. And in my opinion, he is probably the greatest of all times fighting without the gi. So I really believe that the gits really really important, and also I believe that should be able to practice both because BJJ black belt should be able to practice in those different styles.